And we're back with another Gen 6 Wi-Fi battle, and this is the second battle that I had with Ethan. And now, as I mentioned in my last battle, this one was actually a battle where I was basically at my angriest. I was just pissed. I was just angry that the fight, my old school team ended up getting wiped. I start off with Blaziken, he starts off with Charizard, and this is where I have my anger. He goes for Mega Evolution into Mega Charizard X, making him a Fire and Dragon type. Well, it's not because of the fact that I'm angry, it's just that he sets up a Dragon Dance, and this guy is faster. And with one Dragon Dance, basically guarantees that my team ends up getting destroyed. I go for a Rock Slide, but it missed, and that's when my bad luck began. I really mean it, my bad luck immediately began. I go for a Staraptor, and I'm hoping that the Intimidate would weaken him a bit, but the fact is that he has such a high speed that it wouldn't make any difference. He goes for an Outrage, and that Outrage literally ripped apart my Staraptor like it was nothing. Even with the -1 attack, which is now at 0, it just was that bad. I send in my Alakazam, hoping that it's fast enough to withstand it. I even had a Mega involved to make sure, since it gets Trace and it gets Tough Claws. Not that it would matter, though. It really wouldn't matter, because his Mega Charizard X ends up going to take him down. He takes him down without much of a sweat, since Outrage is a move that's like 2 to 3 turns, and it took down my Alakazam. And yeah, its defenses are pitiful, so who would care for that? It really wouldn't. I was down 2 Pokemon, and now I have to send in my Empoleon. And I know, knowing him, he's going to go for a third Outrage, because most of the time Outrage would have him in confusion after 2 turns. And the Outrage did more than half health, but he also gets now the confusion. And I'm thinking, finally, about time. And I go for a Hydro Pump, and I'm hoping the Hydro Pump can destroy Charizard. And sadly, it didn't. It didn't, and that got me angry. It got me angry because I'm thinking to myself, how the heck am I going to beat this thing? And now he goes for an Earthquake and destroys my Empoleon because I realize this thing is deadly. It has Outrage, it has Earthquake, it has Dragon Dance, and I wonder what other fourth attack does this thing got? I go into my Blaziken, and I'm hoping this time I could take it down. Hopefully, with the confusion that he already has, that would be enough. But instead, he goes for another Earthquake, and Blaziken doesn't even get a chance to attack at all. It doesn't get a chance one bit. It takes him down, and I was just so fed up that I didn't want to save this. I didn't want to save this match because this, to me, is something I want to avoid. I really want to avoid that. And he gets a confusion, and finally, I get a free turn. I go for a Shadow Ball, and I take down this son of a bitch like it's nothing. Yeah, forgive me swearing, but I was so pissed off, I literally want to raid at this piece of crap. I apologize, because when I had this battle, I was at my worst. I set up a Sleep Powder, and the Sleep Powder, thank God, at least gets me at least a chance to fight back. Because I was pissed. I was angry. I just want to fight back and make this SOB pay. He basically wiped out half my team, and I make a switch, and I switch into my Electivire. I'm hoping it doesn't wake up, because if it does, then he's going to, and he does. He gets a Whirlwind and switches back into Roserade. I only have 2 Pokemon left, and if both my Pokemon get knocked out, then this is going to be a major embarrassment. I go for yet another Sleep Powder, and it connects. I'm like, thank you. Now this time, stay asleep so I can switch. Ugh. Good thing, too. It's fast asleep. I'm not worried. I go for a switch, and I'm hoping that this time around I can get at least a free hit or so. I switch into my Electivire, and I'm hoping that I can be able to take him down, but he wakes up again, and now he decides to set up the Stealth Rocks. And I'm thinking, this guy has to go. I have to stop him. And I go for a Thunder Punch, and the Thunder Punch does a lot of damage, but it didn't kill him. He now gets some spikes up, and now he has 1 layer of Stealth Rocks and 1 layer of spikes. And he has leftovers, which is going to make things a little tougher for me. My last battle, I must have gotten lucky, but this time my luck ran out with him. And it got me really pissed off. And I feel like, yeah, there's going to be battles where I'm just really pissed off, but I'm not going to express my rage here on these videos because it wouldn't be right. He goes for he switches into Kingdra and goes for a Focus Energy, and I'm thinking he's getting pumped up. So I go for a Thunder Punch, hoping that I can take it down in 1 hit, but I don't. I get the Parahax, which is nice, and that made me happy. But I go for another Thunder Punch, hoping that I can take him down with 1 more hit, And I actually do that, but I don't kill him. He goes for a skull, and that takes down my Electivire in one hit. And he gets the crit, too. And I call that really unfair. Really, really, really unfair. And I'm down to my last Pokemon, which is Roserade. And Roserade is the MVP of this entire battle. I really do have to admit, Roserade really, really deserves a lot of praise because he actually was the only Pokemon that helped me fight back. And thank God he helped me fight back. He takes down Kingdra with a well-deserved Shadow Ball. And now he sends out Vivillon. And I really like the design for Vivillon. It's pretty unique. I go for a Sleep Powder, hoping that I can at least get a free hit or something so I can just take him down. And I do that. And it's fast asleep. And I'm like really happy. Now I can fight back and make this SOB pay. But he makes a switch. And I'm thinking to myself, what else does he have under his team? He sends out his Zangoose, and his Zangoose, yeah, I once dealt with him back in my last battle. I'm not going to deal with him any different here. I go for a Sludge Bomb, and he gets the poison because he has the poison right away, and the Toxic Orb would pretty much mean the end. And yeah, he's going to go for a quick attack with Guts. It basically boosts his attack strength, but it doesn't kill me. I go for another Sludge Bomb, and that takes him down, and thank you. That made me feel relieved. I'm relieved that I was able to take down such a threat like that. He sends out next Cincino, and Cincino goes for a tail slap and he misses. I go for a Leaf Storm and I also miss, and I was so pissed off. I was so angry that I lost because he got lucky that it just made me angry. And he also has Skill Link, which sucks. But what's the point of me getting angry? I lost and that's it. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a game. Though there's going to be battles like these where I'm going to be at my absolute worst, but I try to come back and I fail. But at least this is an example. Thank you, Ethan, for having this battle. I hope to never face your team again. Give me something different. And I apologize if I sound like a ranty little bee. You get what I mean. Anyway, that's it with this video. I hope you guys liked it. And if you did, hit that like button. It does mean a lot to me. And don't be going all disrespecting each other. Because remember, I have fun when I do these games. But there are times when I don't, when I go up against players that just literally wipe me out. This here is an example. And I hope I don't have to go through something like that again. Alright, take care guys. Thanks for watching.